This is Algebra 1, Lesson 1.4, Equations and Inequalities. Two goals beginning with this lesson, checking solutions and solving equations using mental math. So it's quickly using numbers that you can figure out, asking like what numbers things, and we're doing the same thing with inequalities, beginning on page 24 in the textbook. We have a few definitions to start. First one is an equation. An equation has an equal sign in it. So it's two expressions, one on the left side, one on the right side with an equal sign in the middle. Something here, equal sign in the middle. Remember, it doesn't matter how big each side is or how long each side is. An equal sign makes it an equation. What's important about this, though, is it's exactly the same on the left and the right. It might not say the same thing, but it's balanced. So if it says 2 times x on one side and it says 58 on the other side, that's the same amount. That's why x's value, you can solve for x's value because of things like that. But a left side or right side with an equal sign in the middle. A solution is something that makes it true. If you use that same thing, 2x equals 58 like we had a second ago, a solution to this would be a number that you could sub in for x to make it a true statement. Well, we know 25 times 2 is 50, so if we do 4 more than that, it gives you 29. The only solution to this one would be 29. X is 29. But the fact what makes it a solution again is that it is a true statement. True makes it a solution. An inequality does not have an equal sign. It still has a left side and a right side, but it has an inequality symbol. Those are the ones that you are familiar with. You are also familiar with those combined with or equal to. Okay. But it's the same thing, meaning one side is larger than the other. When I learned this as a kid, I learned this as the big mouth, since it has teeth. The big mouth eats the bigger number. So if you had an inequality symbol like this, the bigger number 3 would be larger than the smaller number 2. A solution of an inequality, just like a solution of an equation, is something that a number that makes it true. It's going to give it a true solution. Again, same thing, just like a solution of an equation. Here is example number 1. Substituting to check possible solutions. Check whether 1, 2, and 3 are solutions. 2x plus 3 is equal to 5. So right here we have 2. If we plug in the number 1, we have 2 times 1, which is 2, plus 3 equals 5. 5 equals 5, therefore it is a solution. When we try the number 2, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. That is not equal to 5. Therefore, 2 is not a solution. And when we try 3, 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. That is not equal to 5. So 1 is a solution, 2 is not, and 3 is not. On the back of this sheet, check whether 3 and 4 are solutions to this equation. This one's not on your sheet already. 5x minus 7 equals 8. Give you about 45 seconds. So we're going to sub these two numbers in. First one, when we sub in 3, 5 times 3 minus 7 is 8. 5 times 3 is 15 minus 7 is 8. We get something that says 8 is 8. 3 is a solution. That one, let's see if 4 works. 5 times 4 minus 7 is 8. 5 times 4 is 20 minus 7 is 8. 20 minus 7, 13. That one is not equal to 8. So 3 is a solution and 4 is not a solution. Same thing, do the same thing with this. Try 5, 10, and 15 into this equation. 12s plus 5 equals 125. Take about a minute on this one. Again, we're checking to see if 5, 10, and 15 are true. The first one, let's check 5. 12 times 5 plus 5 is 125. So 12 times 5 is 60 plus 5. That's not 125. Let's check 10. 12 times 10 plus 5 is 125. 12 times 10 is 120 plus 5. That is 125. That's the solution there. This one wasn't. Let's check, see if 15 works. 12 times 15 plus 5 is 125. 12 times 15 is 180. Plus 5 is 125. That one is not true as well. So only 12 times 10. 10 is the only solution to that equation. Example number 2 is using mental math to solve a real life equation. It says a box of pencils costs $3.08. A package of pens costs $3.45, and a notebook costs $2.79. You have $8. About how much more money do you need? You can ask the question, the total cost equals 8 plus what number of dollars? So you know you need more money. You have 8, so you need 8 plus another value. So let X represent additional money, 8 plus X. Use rounding to estimate the total cost. 3 is for the pencils, approximately $3. 350 is for the pack of pens, or 3.5. And 3, they rounded again, 279 to the number 3. So 3 plus 3.5 plus 3. When you put all of those together, you get 9.5. So $9.50, if you want to think of that in terms of money, equals 8 plus what number? This is what we're talking about, mental math. 8 plus what number? Because the total cost of the supplies is approximately $9.50, which is 9.5, you can see you need about $1.50 more. Or again, 8 plus what number of dollars? 8 plus X. Therefore, X in this case is 1.5 or $1.50. Here's another question I want you to do on the back. You don't need to copy it down, just copy down the information you need. It says you need to buy ingredients to make a pizza. Cheese costs $5.99, pizza dough costs $2.39, tomato sauce $2.49, and pepperonis $2.98. You have a $20 bill. How much change will you receive? Again, use rounding just to get close. You don't have to have exact figures. Take about a minute or so to go through that one. Okay, again, let's use rounding for this one. Says cheese costs $5.99. Let's call that 6. Pizza dough costs $2.39. Let's call that 2.5, 2.50. Tomato sauce costs $2.49. I probably should have used red for that one, but it's all right. Plus, we'll call that another 2.50. Pepperonis cost $2.98. We'll call that 3. Okay, so 6 plus 2.50 plus 2.50 plus 3. Okay. It says you have a $20 bill. About how much change will you receive? Well, you're going to put all of this together, and then you're going to subtract this from $20 because you know that if you pay with a $20 bill, you're going to put all this together. So if we were to set this up, it would look something like this. Put all of this together, and we would subtract it from 20 bucks to give us how much change we'll have. Let's call change X. So when we put those two together, we know 2.5 and 2.5 gives you 5. 6 and 5 is 11, and 11 and 3 is 14. So all of this together is 14. 20 minus 14 gives us how much change we're going to have. So we'll have about $6 left over. And again, we rounded with all of that, so it's not going to be perfect, but that's about, based on rounding and mental math, how much change we'll have left over. Okay, example number 3 is checking solutions with inequalities. Same thing as a minute ago, except now it doesn't say equals in the middle. It says decide whether 3 is a solution to these 3 inequalities. So x plus 5 is less than 9. When you plug in or sub in the number 3, you get 8 is less than 9. That's true. When you plug in 3 for this one, 3 times 3 is 9, plus 2 is less than, that says or equal to. Remember, it's not less than, but it says or equal to. Therefore, that one is a solution as well because of the or equal to part. And then the last one says x minus 1 is greater than 4. When you plug in 3, 3 minus 1 is 2 is greater than 4. That one is not a solution. 2 is not greater than 4. On the back, try this one. Decide whether 3 is a solution. 3x minus 2 is greater than 5. Take about 30 seconds. That's good. You don't need 30 seconds for that. When you plug it in, 3 times 3 minus 2 is greater than 5. 3 times 3 we know is 9 minus 2 is 7 is greater than 5. That one is a solution. That is a true statement. Try this one. Take about 20 seconds. Same 3. See if 3 is a solution. When we plug it in, we get 3 plus 5 is less than 8. 3 plus 5 is 8. Now we got something that says 8 is less than 8. A minute ago, we had 11 was less than 11, but it didn't just say less than. It said less than or equal to. This one doesn't say that. And since it doesn't, this one's not a solution. We have to say or equal to. Same direction. See if 3 is a solution. Take 15 seconds. When you plug in 3 minus 1 is greater than or equal to 2. 2 is greater than or equal to 2. 2 is not greater than 2, but 2 is equal to 2, and that's why that one is a solution because it has that. One more. Try this one. 4x squared is less than or equal to 32. Same number, same 3. See if it's true. Three goes in there. 4 times 3 squared is less than or equal to 32. Remember, you have to do exponents first. 3 squared is 9. Then multiply it by 4, you get 36 is less than or equal to 32. Not a true statement. The big mouth is eating the smaller number there. Not a solution. You have 3 checkpoint problems that follow. Check whether they're solutions. 4D plus 1 is equal to 9. See if 2 is a solution. Anytime you see a semicolon, that's what that means. 4 times 2 plus 1 equals 9. 4 times 2 is 8 plus 1 equals 9. That one is a solution since we have a true statement. 5n minus 7 is less than 23. When you plug in 6 is what you want to check. 5 times 6 minus 7 is less than 23 this time. 5 and 6 is 30 minus 7 is less than 23. 30 minus 7 is 23. Is less than 23. Not a solution. It does not say or equal to. And then the last one on that checkpoint, x squared plus 6 is greater than or equal to 55 when it's 7. 7 squared plus 6 is greater than, don't do what I just did, greater than or equal to 55. 7 squared, remember, doesn't mean 7 times 2. It means times 7. 49 plus 6. When you put those two together, you get 55 is greater than or equal to 55. It's not greater than, but it is or equal to. Therefore, it is a solution.